فمحمدنا هو سيدنا فالعز لنا لإجابته.
So we continued our journey, and with the passing of every day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increased us in goodness. When we arrived home, the land was afflicted with drought. Our flocks would go out for grazing and would then return. The sheep of the Banu Saad tribe returned hungry. Meanwhile, my sheep returned with their stomachs full and with plenty of milk in them. We would milk our sheep and then drink. The rest of the tribe would say, "What is it with the sheep of Al-Harith ibn Abdul Uzad and the sheep of Halima? They'd come back full and with plenty of milk in them. Woe upon you," they would say to one another. "Go out to pasture where the sheep of their flock go out to pasture." They would do so, but as would happen before, their flocks would return hungry. Meanwhile, my flock would also return as before, full and with plentiful milk. And the way in which the Prophet ﷺ grew was very different from the way in which all other children grow. He grew in a single day the normal growth of an entire year. When he was fully 2 years old, both his father from breastfeeding, and I took him to Makkah. By Allah, as long as we are able to keep him, we will never part from him. When we met with his mother, we said, "By Allah, we have never seen a boy who is more blessed than he is, and we fear upon him the plague diseases that are rampant in Makkah." Amina herself was sick at the time, so let us take him back with us, at least until you are cured from your sickness. We continued to persist until she finally gave her permission. We took him back with us and stayed in our homeland for 3 or 4 months while he and his brother, means my son, were playing behind the houses in the area among a group of small goats and sheep that belonged to us. His brother suddenly left him and came racing back to us and said, "Verily, something has happened to my brother from the Quraysh." 2 men, both wearing white garments, came to him, took him and made him lie down. Then they split open his stomach. His father and I went racing outside, and when we reached him, we found him to be standing up. The color of his face had completely changed. When he saw us, he raced towards us, crying. Both his father and I embraced him and tightly held him close to us. One of us said, "What is the matter with you? May my mother and father be sacrificed for you." He said, "2 men came to me and made me lie down. They split open my stomach, put something with or in it, and then returned it as it was before." His father said, "By Allah, I am sure that my son has become afflicted with madness or something similar. Let us return to his family and give him back to them before something we really fear happens to him." And so we took him back to his mother, who, upon seeing us, reapproached us for what we were doing and said, "What made you bring him back before I asked you to do so? Before you were indeed bent upon restraining him among yourselves, he said, nothing is the matter. Allah has decreed an end to his feeding, and we are happy with what we see in terms of his health. She said, something has happened with you, so tell me about it. She did not leave us alone until we told her what had happened. She then said, no, by Allah would not do that with him. Indeed, my son has a great purpose ahead of him. That's it for the day. We will continue this in next episode. Allah Hafiz. Wassalama.